Let's get into some things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button. If you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be expected, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I'm talking about y'all. You know I'm talking about y'all. Fits me that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. What's up? Happy Tuesday, everybody. Happy Tuesday. How you guys doing? Welcome. Come on in. Inform. Say what's up, Tribe. Hey, Corey. What's up, Cajun? Chuck. What's up, Kenya? Hey, what's up, Star? What's going on? Chuck, baby, you gotta get caught up. We done already talked about Thomas Dexter stepping down, honey. We got some new information. What's up, Miss Pretty Amazing? What's up, Quake? Hey, Travel Girl. Hey, Pin. What's going on? Hey, Diamond Pearl. Lovely Nola. Tam. What's up, Brandon? Kim. Don't listen to Cajun. Kim, don't listen to Cajun. Oh, Lord. Cajun said he got more news for me, honey. Hey, everybody. Lock Queen. J Diva. China White. I don't have the actual lawsuit, but we'll talk about what we have, honey. DB, what's going on? After the chase with Chloe Von Dutch. Okay, Chloe Von Dutch. Hey. Savion, grown woman, don't try me. Hey, everybody. If I didn't call your name, charge it to my head, not my heart. Naisha, how you guys doing? Come on in. If you have not done so already, hit that like button, please. And thank you. Y'all know how YouTube is playing games. The more likes you get, the more they push your video up, the more people get the notification. So, if y'all can hit the like button, please, then more people will know that we're here, honey. More people will know that we are over here. El Teddy is not going live today, so y'all know I slid up a little bit so I can maybe get y'all a double header over on the review channel. I can get a review in tonight. We can get in here and get out. We can get over to the review channel, honey, okay? All right, y'all. So let's get into some things. I don't really have a bunch of church announcements today. I will have information on what's up, Jay. Hey, Cams. Hey, what's up, Boo? What's up, Audrey? China White. We'll start talking about books and bourbon. Give me about a week, maybe 2 weeks, y'all. Y'all know it's been a lot going on. I have a lot to do this week. This week is really busy. It's my dad's birthday week. Cams is in town. We're going to hook up. I have some stuff to do with my organization this week. So this is a busy week for me too. So we'll get to books and bourbon probably next week, maybe the week after that. I'm trying to get the design for the t-shirt going, and I'm going to call the distilleries and start getting prices on group rates and call the restaurant. I got a couple of recommendations, so I'm going to call a couple of restaurants. So I should be finalizing stuff no later than the end of May for those of you that are going. So you guys will know what restaurant we're going to. I'll show you guys a design for the t-shirt. I know they're in the process of updating the website and all that information on the actual book festival. For those of you who may or may not follow the book festival on Instagram or follow me, the book festival was asked to host. They were honored on the first night of the Kentucky Derby this weekend. And the Louisville Book Festival, the first night of the Kentucky Derby, the theme was The Great Gatsby. I don't know if you guys remember me telling you, my friend Dee Dee, who is the curator of the book festival, her daughter is actually starring. Well, starring is a strong word, but she's in the play The Great Gatsby that is actually on Broadway right now. She's the understudy for the lead, and she's also in the chorus. So when she's not playing the lead, she's in the chorus. So that's why I say starring child, because she has played the starring role many a night. The show has been running for over a year, so she has definitely played the lead many nights. So she actually performed at the opening night of the Kentucky Derby. Yes, they hosted, or they were honored the first night, and the theme was The Great Gatsby. So yes, honey, we're doing some big things. We're doing some big things. Hold on. Let me show you guys. Let me see here. That's Kayla. That's her daughter. That's the one that's on Broadway. That's her walking, honey, in her Great Gatsby outfit. And you see right here, Churchill Downs. Oh, nope, that ain't it. Lord have mercy. There it is right there. You see Churchill Downs. They were the first night. They were honored. And it says right here, the Louisville Book Festival is so honored to be a guest of Churchill Downs. Thank you for including us in opening night, this beautiful celebration of 100 years of The Great Gatsby and a love of books and storytelling. So there's that. So yeah, you guys. So, you know, this is a little situation, okay? The Derby is wearing you out this year. Too many people in town. That's a bucket list for me. I want to go to the Kentucky Derby one year. I haven't put a lot of work into making it happen. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like I've actually looked into trying to go or whatever, but I would love to go one year. Again, let me take that back. When I say bucket list, it's not like bucket list, like, oh my gosh, but it's just, I think it would be a cool thing to say I did one year. Of course, we have the Preakness here in Baltimore, in Baltimore, and I ain't never been to the Preakness. So it is funny because I don't have any interest in going to the Preakness. But anyway. Anyway, so there's that. So let's get into it, y'all. We have a few things I want us to get into today. We have a couple of stories I want us to follow up, and then of course we're going to get to this Mary J. Blige lawsuit. So first of all, I want to say shouts out to Shiloh Arenas, Gilbert Arenas' son. They said that he is up. He is walking around. He is talking. You guys know last week he was in that horrific accident involving his Cybertruck. It looks like he hit a tree. I don't know all the details of the accident. I'm not sure. But y'all know it was first reported that he was in a coma, but it was an induced coma. And I think a lot of times we have to, when I say we, people have to hear what they need to hear. They said he was put in an induced coma. A lot of times patients are put in induced comas because there are other things that are going on, and they need the doctors need them in sort of almost in a catatonic state so they can deal with whatever else is going on. So I'm glad that he's awake. I'm glad that he's walking around. I'm glad that he's talking. Unfortunately, we don't know the full extent of his injuries because he was a top recruit to be playing at USC next year for basketball. So we're not really sure. Just saying that he's up and walking around is a great thing, though, because it could have been worse, obviously. So wanted to give you guys that update. Yes, keep him in your prayers. Keep him in your prayers, and his family as well. Update on Shedeur Sanders. We talked about that at length this weekend as it relates to him being drafted. First of all, the good news, we got some good news and we had some we already knew news. The good news is that his rookie jersey is now the number 3 selling jersey currently right now on NFL.com or what have you. So everybody is buying up his jersey to show some support for Shedeur and all the things that happened, the shenanigans that happened this weekend as it relates to him being drafted. With that being said, in the we already knew news, it is being reported that NFL owners instructed their coaching staff to remove Shedeur Sanders from their draft list. You know, I told you guys that before the draft, he was listed at no lower than number 10 on any NFL team going into the draft. Well, it is being reported, and this is all alleged. I wasn't there. I can't say this happened for real, but it's being reported that allegedly, the NFL owners walked into the, the war room, as they call it, on draft night and instructed their coaching staff to take him off the list, saying that I want to read the quote. Let me get to it. Let me read the quote. And again, I'm going to say it's allegedly because I wasn't there. All right. Hold on. Where did I put it? Hold on. I just saw it today. Okay. Former NFL quarterback Boomer Esiason says that multiple NFL team owners ordered their coaching staff to remove Shedeur Sanders from their draft boards. They took him off, and they took him off because the owners said, take him off. I don't want that guy. Sounds like collusion to me. You mean all of the owners came to that same conclusion at the same time? I'm telling y'all, there is more going on than what we're being. And then don't get me wrong, I'm sure we can chalk it all up to good old-fashioned double standard, good old-fashioned racism. But there's more that's not being said. And let me tell you something. I said I was going to find the clip, but I didn't find it. I didn't pull the timestamp because at this point I would have to sit through too much to get to the time. Maybe I might be able to find it real quick. I may be able to find the timestamp real quick. Ebby and I, we were on our way down to Atlanta this weekend. We were listening to the clip from Nightcap where they're talking about Shedeur Sanders. And the clip itself is kind of long. However, there's a part in the clip where Shannon Sharp and Chad Johnson are talking about Shedeur dropping and them trying to figure out how could this have happened, what happened. And there's a point where Chad, hold on.
Hello, what's your favorite?
There's a point where Chad is getting ready to start talking, and it's almost as if, hold on, did I get to the right part? It's almost as if Shannon Sharp cuts him off and says, okay, well, some things we're not going to say. Some things we're not going to get into. I don't know if I can find I said I was going to find the timestamp. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it to the timestamp.
He was unprepared.
Let me see.
Like the entourage. Okay, go ahead.
Right. I don't believe it, huh? I don't believe it because every single NFL player, when I say every single, I mean every single, has an entourage. Most of the entourages is family and friends. If it's not family and friends, it's friends that you grew up with.
Right.
Everybody has that. So I'm not sure why that even came into play. And we talk about everybody, regardless of race, regardless of ethnicity, it doesn't matter. So that's one thing. Interview goes bad. Unprepared. Now I'm thinking about a son of one of the greatest players of all time who's always been prepared and coached and having tutelage from one of the best of all time. And
yeah, that's not it. I'm trying to see if I can find it.
Prepared for an interview when it comes to the game of football in which he's a quarterback. Again, that's something else that's not believable. Now, media can screw things. 144, what was it? 140 dealing with talk about race at all. Last night, I said it last night. We have choices. Undefeated name of attitude. We've never seen.
All right, so I can't find it.
What you meant, and then there's been reports of him. Man, you will know an unprepared person when you there. For instance, thing or two about being unprepared. What you meant, and then there's been reports of him having a big entourage because his brother.
Okay, that's not the right clip. I like I said, I didn't put a timestamp, but he cuts him off and he's like, okay, well, we're not going to talk about all of it. We're not going to talk about everything we've heard. So there's clearly more that's being said. What's up, Xavier? Hey, DeMarcus, thank you for the super sticker. Oh, I did set a goal for this live. You guys, if we hit our goal, I'll drop the link for a few minutes. If you guys want to come up and address anything that we talk about, any hot topics, if we hit it. Tom Brady was on Shador not getting drafted in an early round. Listen, Stevie Wonder could see this, right? Thank you for the super sticker, my love. Stevie Wonder could see this. It is very clear that there was collusion. The question is why? Other than the obvious, y'all, I know we know the obvious, but was something said behind the scenes? Was something done behind the scenes? Did Deion Sanders do something? Did Shador do something? Like a lot of stuff that they're coming up with, like they were just saying, a lot of stuff they're coming up with, I'm not buying it. I mean, is Shador cocky, arrogant? Probably. And y'all act like that's a new thing. Like, come on now. We've seen athletes with less talent be more cocky. So that's not the issue. You know, it's more to it. And again, I think we all can sort of see it, but there's a story that's not being told. Because again, let's also address the fact that Shador Sanders has been this person the whole time. Like he didn't just start getting cocky. He didn't just start getting arrogant or whatever. That's not new. So the fact that he was in the top 10 before the draft means that none of those things stopped him from being considered a top 10. Once again, I have to say something happened. I don't know if Deion Sanders said something. I don't know if something happened. Something happened. And again, it is what it is. It is what it is. How do I feel about Shador being pranked? DeMarcus, I addressed that yesterday. I don't care. I don't care. Like I said, I think more should happen to the coach who, I'm going to put in air quotes, carelessly left the information around for his son to get to. I care more about that than I care about anything about the prank. I don't care. The prank, I don't care nothing about that prank. But anyway, so for all of y'all that are out buying his jersey, go for it. You know, I'm not a jersey person. Y'all know I'm a 100%, support y'all know I'm a football fan, but I've never been a big jersey person. I just don't like them. So, but good for y'all. Good for y'all that are out here supporting that young man. Go for it. Okay. Yeah, I know. Shallow fired his father from being his agent and got signed to a team less than 24 hours later. Again, I told y'all yesterday, this is more about Deion than it is about his sons. And that's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. And I'm not saying he's wrong. Let's be clear. I'm not saying Deion is wrong about anything he did. That's not what I'm saying either. But I'm saying I think this is more about Deion than his sons. That's my opinion. Deion did what the Manning brothers' father did for them. Yeah, we talked about that yesterday, Brown Mama. I agree. Okay. Child, y'all know with the Diddy trial coming up, we're going to hear something every day as it relates to Diddy. We're going to hear something every day, honey. So today, Diddy's attorneys are saying that the prosecution dumped a bunch of information on them that they're not going to have time to go through and properly vet, and they're asking for more time. And of course, the prosecution is saying this is just a delay tactic. They were very much aware of all of this information. Is relating to the trafficking piece of Diddy's case. And it goes to the tapes, what we're going to see and what we're not going to see. What tapes are going to be shown, what tapes are not going to be shown. I'm going to say this. Let me say this. And I don't know any of this to be a fact. I'm telling you my opinion. I don't know any of this to be a fact. I think Yeah, I think the prosecution is going to go for shock value. I think the prosecution is going to go for shock value. And I think that some of the things that we are going to see on these tapes that they want to show us, I think is going to be about shock value. Expect to see some celebrities on these tapes. And that's not based on that. My eye in the sky, it ain't said nothing to me about all of that. That's just my opinion. Because I feel like that's what we're gonna see. I feel like y'all expect to see some celebrities on these tapes. And that doesn't mean that they were doing anything illegal or illicit, but just expect, for lack of a better word, the embarrassment of it, the factor of embarrassment. I'm just saying. But that's my opinion. Again, that's not based on anything anybody told me. I just feel like they're fighting, to get these they're fighting to get these tapes not admitted because, child, they don't want us to see these people. Get ready to see your face, baby. I think we're going to see some things. Now, I don't know that to be a fact. And I'm not saying they're going to be A-list celebrities. I mean, they might be celebrities from the 90s, people that you forgot about. Because remember, a lot of these charges are old. These are not, these aren't like, so, I mean, I'm not saying these going to be people that's, out there today. It might be people we forgot about. Be like, damn, I forgot about that person. But I just expect to see some people we know. But I could be wrong. That's just my opinion. That's my opinion. Okay. Let's see here. Thank you, Inform. No leak tapes yet. No, they done a good job. Ain't nothing leaked yet, but I would not be surprised. I'm just saying. In news we've been waiting to hear for 20 years. And when I say we, I'm talking about me and all of us who watched Fantasia's season on American Idol. Who remember Fantasia's season of American Idol? First of all, that was when American Idol was American Idol, baby. That is when they were looking for singers and not just making TV. And again, I get it. A reality show is about making TV. I get that. But baby, them first couple of seasons of American Idol, they was finding singers. Okay, these were people who could sing. Okay, and if you remember that season that Fantasia was on, bitch, the fact that Jennifer Hudson didn't win, the fact that it came down to Fantasia and Carrie Underwood, the fact that the other people on that season went on to become, backups. I think one of the guys, I can't remember his name now, but he still works with Jennifer Hudson to this day. He still sings backup for Jennifer Hudson to this day, and he made it to like the top 10 of American Idol. I can't remember that other lady. I don't remember her name, but I can remember her face. I believe she went into I think jazz or something like that. Baby, that top 10, and even the year when Ruben Studdard and Clay Aiken. I mean, you look at that top 10, we had what was the man's name? Chris, the one that ended up he had his own band. What's his name? Oh, I can't think his name. Anyway, baby, Ryan Huff. That's what I'm thinking about. Thank you, Greek son. Ryan Huff. It's bad. I've seen a couple of clips on the TikTok, Tanisha. That one guy that sings gospel, baby. Woo-wee, baby. You were at the Greensboro Coliseum with Fantasia when they had a watch party. Oh, I bet they did. Chris Daughtry, that's what I'm talking about. Baby, Daughtry was, I loved Chris Daughtry. LaToya London, that's who I'm talking about. LaToya London. See, baby, okay. So for all of us who go all the way back to the heyday of American Idol, baby, this is news we've been waiting to hear for 20 years. Fantasia has confirmed that she is working on a gospel album. She said she has been running from this for years. She said that she knew she's supposed to been done a gospel album, but she's been running from it. And she is working on a gospel album. Now, let me say this. Baby, the way I'm going to run to my phone, I should say back in the day, run down to the Circuit City or the Blockbuster, or the Best Buy to buy the CD. But I'm just going to run to my phone. I'm going to just run to my phone. Baby, the way I'm going to run to my phone to download that thing. And I hope she works with some great production. You know who I would love to see produce a song for Fantasia on her gospel album? I would love for Warren Campbell to produce a song, because I think Warren Campbell, the reason he did such a good job with Mary Mary, and I know he's worked with other people, but I just think about how he was able to take Mary Mary and bring that contemporary, that like R&B feel, but it still be good gospel. Fred Hammond, y'all know I love me some Fred Hammond. He my favorite. I love me some Fred Hammond. Baby, I'm sure y'all can throw some out there. I'm sure y'all can throw some people out here. But baby, I would love to see Warren Campbell do a song for her. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, yeah. Brian Michael Cox, yes, yeah. Donald Lawrence, yes, yeah. Baby, and I think that Fantasia, yes, Warren is married to Erica Campbell. I think that Fantasia is at a point where she could get on the phone and probably call whoever she wanted. Kirk Franklin, but I just feel like that would be the obvious Kirk Franklin. You know, I don't know if but baby, I'm here for it. And I just hope that she brings in some really good producers. Like, we know she can sing. And in my opinion, her voice has definitely been anointed. Because baby, I know I feel it. When Fantasia go left, and she gets to singing and she go left, baby, I feel it all in my bones. It gives me chills. But I hope she doesn't lean on that. You know what I'm saying? I hope she doesn't lean on that and say, oh, well, I know I can sing gospel. I've been singing in the church all my life. I hope she really goes out and gets some great production. You know what I'm saying? And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. And I feel like we've been waiting for that. Because we all know that Fantasia is supposed to be giving us gospel. I don't think there's anybody in here who loves Fantasia's voice that does not know that Fantasia was supposed to be giving us gospel music. So I'm here for it. I'm here for it, y'all. So shout out, and I don't know when it's coming out. She just say she in the studio working on it. So when she say in the studio, y'all know how these artists are, child. Cardi been in the studio for 10 years. So I mean, people can be in the studio for a long time. We knew whoever produced yesterday for Mary Mary. I don't know. I know Warren Campbell was their primary producer, but I can't say he produced everything. Yeah. Right. I think the majority of us who like, and then some people don't like Fantasia, and that's okay. That's okay. You know, everybody doesn't like her voice. Some people think she screams and all that, and that's fine. I can respect that. But baby, I love her. Fred Hammond is my favorite gospel artist. I love me some Fred Hammond. I would love to see her link back up with Ruben Studdard. I would definitely love to see her link up with Ruben Studdard. I love Ruben Studdard. Fantasia's brother is a producer. He's one of her producers. I would love to see her do a song with her mother. Because, baby, when I say her mama can blow too. I don't know if y'all have ever heard her mama sing, but baby, her mama can blow too. Listen, Riri done told y'all she's not in the studio. Riri is having babies. She ain't lying to y'all about being in the studio. She told y'all wait on it now. She did already do a song with her mom. Well, I need her to do another one for this album. I just dropped I dropped my pen somewhere on this floor. I got another one over here. Whoever produces Leandria. Yes, Leandra, right? Baby, I love me some Fred Hammond. He has been my favorite gospel artist for a long time. Yeah, 10 years we've been waiting. Ever since she won American Idol. I know I have been. You sent me the credits to her new song. Hold on. Let me see. Written by Rico Barrino. That's her brother. Produced by Brandon Jones, Brad Moody. Okay. All right. That's for her new song. Yeah, Rico Barrino's her brother. So I definitely expect her to work with him. Mm-hmm. That was like 20 years ago. Well, first of all, Cajun. Yes, she can. Yeah, his daughter can sing too. Yep. Okay, Warren did produce yesterday, baby. Let me tell you something. I love Warren, and I can hear a Warren Campbell song. Even you can hear some of his secular stuff, and you'll be like, okay, yeah, I can see that was Warren. Look, Google Warren Campbell. Warren Campbell's got a lot of people outside of Mary, and he has a sound. He definitely has a sound. Oh, baby, when she did Summertime, that did it for me. I said, the night she did Summertime, I said she just won American Idol. She just won American Idol. When I saw that night, when she sat there barefoot on that stage and sang Summertime, I said she just won. I mean, but the fact that she was on the same season as a Jennifer Hudson that went on to do the things she did, like, come on, listen. American Idol used to produce, and then for a while they were trying to do more sensationalized, and they were trying to do more, she bang, they got away from really finding talent. And again, I understand we're making a television show. Like, I get it. But we can make a show and still bring on talent and still uplift talented people. And I think that one of the challenges of American Idol was taking people that probably would have gotten looked over and making them a star. For example, a Ruben Studdard. Ruben Studdard probably would never, and I know his career probably didn't do all the things he wanted his career to do. However, he wouldn't have gotten what he got. Because somebody like a Ruben Studdard would never have been able to walk into a record company back in the day and get a serious shot, in my opinion. Even the Fantasia could sing her ass off, but Fantasia didn't have the look. Y'all remember listen, we ain't gonna pretend like we ain't see the Fantasia that walked into that audition. And I don't mean that with no disrespect, because I love me some Fantasia. I do. And I think that you are beautiful in the skin that you're in. Okay? But we ain't gonna sit here and pretend like that Fantasia with the braces on her teeth and the short hair and the African lips. And I'm not saying that in a derogatory way. I'm saying that as we know that the people that run the record companies did not always respect our African features. That's what I mean. So please don't nobody turn my words around. What you mean her African lips? I'm talking about, y'all know what they saw when she walked into a room. Y'all know what they saw. That's what I'm talking about. Fantasia, even with her voice, and I'm going to tell you what else, they probably would not have known what to do with her voice, because Fantasia's voice is just one of those voices. They wouldn't have known what to do with her voice. Kelly Clarkson would not have gotten a shot. She wouldn't have. You're right. Kelly Clarkson would not have either, because even though you're right. No disrespect, not even the black labels would have signed. You're absolutely correct, Food Tight. I was gonna say Food Tasty, too feisty. I don't know where I got Food Tasty from. You're right. So that's why I used to really love American Idol, because I love, and also like I loved hearing the different type, because I'm a music person. So like I loved Chris Daughtry as much as I loved Fantasia. You know what I'm saying? I loved Chris Daughtry, and I followed him after he left the show. Baby Kelly can sing. That listen, Kelly Clarkson. Let me tell you something. My favorite Kelly Clarkson song to this day is the song called "The Trouble with Love." Baby, if y'all don't know that song, I think it was on the soundtrack to Love. Actually, I think one of them movies, it was on the soundtrack. Baby, the trouble with love is, baby, it's the words. It's the words. If y'all have never listened to Kelly Clarkson's The Trouble with Love, y'all go listen to that thing and listen to them words. It's the words that get me. Tori Kelly, Chef's Kiss. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I honestly, once I got away from American Idol, I have not been back, even though I've been catching some clips this season. And that, like I said, that black guy, the heavyset black guy that keeps singing gospel, baby, he's saying never would have made it, bitch. Baby, even the people that got kicked off of American Idol did well. Remember Frenchie, and I think she passed away. So rest in peace to Frenchie. I think Frenchie passed away. Didn't Frenchie pass away a couple of years ago? Baby, she got kicked off of American Idol and still went on to Broadway and had a great career. What? Hey, Scotty. Yeah, that's Scotty's song, honey. That's Scotty's song. Kelly Clarkson's tribute to Garth Brooks had Garth in the room and that's what I'm saying. Kelly can sing, y'all. Kelly Clarkson knows she can sing. She did pass away, yeah. And remember, she got kicked off of American Idol because they found out she did like, I don't think it was like actual porn. I think it was like, I think it was light porn. I think she did some inappropriate pictures. Mandisa is the one that passed away. Maybe I'm thinking about Mandisa. Maybe I'm thinking about Mandisa, y'all, not Frenchie. I'm thinking about Mandisa. Lord, I ain't trying to put nobody in the ground. I'm thinking about Mandisa, y'all. I'm sorry. Listen, please don't leave no comments on this video talking about Frenchie not dead. I just said it. I just corrected myself. Thank you. I'm thinking about Mandisa. I am not thinking about French. I was wrong, y'all. I was wrong. I'm thinking about Mandisa. Frenchie is alive, I believe. I'm thinking about Mandisa. Now don't come under them comments. You leave it under the comment. I'm gonna be mad. Frenchie did have the freaky pics, and she got kicked off. Let me tell you something. I will never forget Frenchie sang one of my favorite songs. For those who don't know, baby, I love disco. I'm a disco queen. I love me some disco, baby. I was supposed to be at Studio 54 getting freaky on the balcony, okay? I'm just gonna tell y'all the truth. I was supposed to be at Studio 54, okay? I was supposed to be at Studio 54. Now listen, Frenchie sang, I want to say it was remember in the old, I don't know if they still do it or not, but remember in the old American Idol when they would pair you up with somebody, you had to do like a partner song. Or I forgot how they did it, but I remember they had Frenchie paired up with one of the other black girls. They had to do, it was three of them. They had to do like a group. I think it was during Hollywood Week where they had to do like a group performance during Hollywood Week. Because it was still during the auditions, and the three of them had to sing together. Baby, I remember Frenchie sang Ring of Gold. Bitch. Baby, Frenchie, I to this day wish she had recorded that song. And no disrespect to the original singer, but baby, the way Frenchie sang that thing down, she sang, if y'all don't know Ring of Gold, go Google it. It's a disco song, Ring of Gold. Baby, and she talking about, I can't sing. I can't even try to sing that song. But baby, that is one of my songs. That is one of my favorite disco songs. We slept in separate rooms. See, I said I wasn't going to sing it, and then I just sang it, but I can't sing. But baby, Frenchie sang that thing down. And and then I think the next week, maybe 2 weeks later, because she made it through. So I think maybe 2 weeks later, she got kicked off. I was so mad. But baby, Frenchie sang that thing. Yes, and exactly. When I remember that, Lauren, I was so mad when Fantasia, Jennifer, and LaToya were at the bottom three. Band of Gold. I said Ring of Gold, didn't I? I said Band of Gold. Y'all know what song I meant. I meant Band of Gold, not Ring of Gold. Y'all know what I meant. Listen. Can we agree? Listen, can we agree to something? It's just between me and the tribe. It's 262 of y'all in here. If you new here and you're not part of the tribe, I'm not talking to you. But I'm talking to the tribe. The people that be here every day. I'm talking to y'all. Can we agree to something right now? Can we just agree that y'all be knowing what I'm talking about? Even if I say it wrong, y'all be knowing what I'm talking about. Baby, I meant Band of Gold. Y'all know I meant Band of Gold. I did not mean. I'm glad I sang it, because then y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm glad I gave y'all a little ditty. I'm glad I gave y'all a little piece, because now y'all do know what I'm talking about. But Band of Gold by Free to Pain. Yep, that's who it is. It's Free to Pain. Mod, do I have a mod in here? Put Cajun in timeout for a minute. Put Cajun in timeout for a minute. What's up, y'all? Put him in timeout for a minute. Now, with that being said, what's up, Mims? Hey, boo. So anyway, moving right along. And let me say this, and y'all know I'm not a Beyonce fan, and I'm still not a Beyonce fan. But yesterday we talked about the fact that people were saying how, oh, it's not sold out and da-da-da-da-da. Baby, listen. Baby, listen. I saw clips from that concert. Okay? I saw clips from that concert. Can I tell y'all something? Hey. Ma'ams, were you ever a wrench? Because I didn't take your wrench. If I gave you one, you would still have it. I don't remember ever giving you a wrench, though. Did I give you a wrench? Thank you, Amir. Thank you for the super chat, my love. I don't know if I ever gave you a wrench. Are y'all listening to me? And I need y'all to hear me and hear me clear. Because I know somebody going to come along and be like, but really, B, you said you're not a Beyonce fan. You trying to be a part of the Beehive? No. But I will always give credit where credit is due. I saw Oprah and Tyler Perry down to the suites at the concert last night. I will always give credit where credit is due. Let me tell y'all something. That damn Blue Ivy is a problem. And I mean that in a good way. I don't mean that in a bad way, baby. I mean that in a good way. Baby, that damn Blue Ivy last night. Now, bitch. Frenchie is going to be at what festival? Hold on. Let me put it up on the screen. Frenchie will be performing at the Artscape in 2025. She's scheduled to appear both dates. Good job. Yeah, she's still alive. We admitted she's still alive. Let me say this. Now, I don't know when she go to school. She must be homeschooled. I don't know what school she going to. I don't know what, but baby, when I say Blue Ivy is a motherfucking problem. Now, I don't know if she can sing or not. And when I say sing, I don't mean the little yang yang they done put her on. I'm talking about sing. I don't know if she can sing. But baby Blue Ivy, them clips that I saw from that show last night, Blue Ivy is a motherfucking problem. Do you hear me? And I mean that in a good way. I mean, baby, that walk, Angela, that walk was absolutely nasty. You can definitely tell, and I don't care what nobody say, baby, she has been watching the balls because she hit Lolita Leopard's little move. Baby, she hit Lolita Leopard's and I'm not saying Lolita Leopard originated it. I don't know enough about ballroom to say who originated it, but I love me some Lolita Leopard, and I know Lolita Leopard be giving you that kick, that kick turn with the on it, bitch. Yeah, I know she practiced for hours. That's why I say she can't possibly be in school. She must be getting homeschooled because she is clearly practicing because, baby, she snapped on that thing last night. Do you hear me? Bitch. Blue Ivy. Girl. Hold on. You said, where can I see it? Let me see if I can find it. I'm sure the clip is all over the internet. Let me see if I can find that clip of that kick walk, child. Baby, it was everything. You hear me? Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. I know it's out there. Hold on. Let me search. Let me search it. Blue Ivy. Mm-hmm. It might be on her Instagram. Shit, let's go to her Instagram and see if she posted it. She might have posted her. Yes, she did. It's on her own damn Instagram. Just go to Blue Ivy's Instagram, child. Let me show y'all this look. Let me show y'all this walk. Baby, this walk is sickening. Do you hear me? Baby, do y'all see Blue? Do y'all see this? Baby, Blue was not playing with y'all last night. Damn, they ain't show the snap. The snap turn. You got Lolita from that walk too? Okay, then it's not just me. It's not just me. Baby Blue wasn't playing with y'all last night. Here go another little clip of her. That's another clip from last night. That's it right there. That's it right there. That's it. Watch it. Watch it. That's Lolita Leopard. I'm gonna show it to y'all one more time. If y'all don't know who Lolita Leopard is, she's from Ballroom. She's legendary, right? I know she's legendary. What's next up? Angela, what's next up from legendary? Isn't there another tier over legendary? Because I know she's legendary. Angela will get me together. But baby, this right here, this walk right here, the way she does that turn at the end, baby, that's Lolita Leopard. That's Lolita. And that right there, that's Lolita Leopard. Iconic. Is it Iconic is next up? Whatever it is, she's got it. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I ain't trying to get my... Baby. Hold on. Let me go to... I'm going to show y'all Lolita Leopard. I'm going to show y'all. And she's a DC girl. And she's a DC girl. She's fairly new legend now. Okay, so she is. I knew she was legendary, but she's new legendary. Okay, let me see if I can get up. Let me see if I can get one of her doing her walk, because her walk is definitely signature. She definitely has a signature walk. Let me see if I can find one for y'all. I love Lolita. I love her. Hold on, let me see. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. And she was on the show Legendary. If y'all remember the show Legendary, she was on Legendary. Hold on. I'm going to find one. Because when y'all see her do her walk, y'all going to be like, okay, yep. Hold on. Is this it right here? Hold on, let me see if I can get it. I found one of her doing her walk. I didn't find her doing her little pop. I'm gonna let y'all see her walk though, but you gotta see she does that same pop that Blue did. Hold on, I'm gonna let y'all see her. I found a video of her walking. I'm gonna let y'all see her walk. That's a video of her walking. This is her walking at a ball. See the kick turn? See the kick turn like Blue did? Baby. So I'm sorry. I don't care. I don't care about none of it. But baby, that damn Blue, honey. Did I see her dancing in the blue, in the white newspaper out here? Yeah, I saw her. That started in Ballroom Dancing. That's who that was. I just showed you. That's who that was. That was Ballroom. I just showed you. Yeah, that's what I just showed you. That was Ballroom. I just showed y'all. Okay. And Shannon Sharp news. I'm gonna give y'all this and we're gonna move on. They said that Tony Busby said they will not be dropping that video. Remember when Shannon Sharp thought they was gonna drop that sex tape? he said they will not be dropping that sex tape. They said that is key evidence, and baby, they are waiting for the trial. Since they said they wasn't going to settle, since they said this is going to trial, Tony Busby said, we're not dropping that tape. That tape is important. We're not dropping that tape. Okay. He said, So now word on the curb is, and I don't know how true this is. But word on the curb is that tape is bad. And that tape is the reason why they offered the $10 million to begin with, because the tape is bad. Now that's what I heard. I heard word on the curb. Word on the curb is that tape is bad. And that the fact that she had that tape is the reason why they offered that $10 million in the first place. Tony Busby's not his client. Tony Busby is her client, is the Jane Doe's client. I mean, attorney. It would be bad because of the form of the act. BDSM says it all. BDSM isn't bad. I don't think it's the BDSM that's the problem. Because there's nothing wrong with two consenting adults who want to get in, who want to do BDSM. I don't think that's the issue. I think it might be, maybe you're saying the type of BDSM, maybe she said some things and he allowed her to say some things that might not be a good look. I mean, maybe he did some things, whether it's consensual or not, that might not be a good look. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. The type, Tracy said the bar is open. Desert pear margarita, cool as a cucumber with the botanist gin and a white orchard. Oh, you must think El Teddy here with the botanist gin. That's El Teddy stuff right there, honey. I guess I'll take me a desert pear margarita. I'm not a big margarita girl, but I'll take some. I'll take a little bit of that today. But wouldn't the tape be of them role playing the big black man and little white girl? So I can definitely see it being bad. Again, I don't think that would be the problem. At least, let me speak for myself. Maybe it's me. But I think if it's race play, I think that would be the problem. Maybe he ignored the safe word. Now, that would be bad. If they did do role playing and they had a safe word and he ignored the safe word, that would be a problem. You're absolutely correct. That would be a problem. That damn gin had you at somebody else's room trying. Don't blame me. That's El Teddy. I don't drink gin. That's El Teddy. Yeah, safe word. You say safe word with a question mark. Are you asking what that means when I say safe word? When people get involved in those types, when they're in different types of kinky sex, that could be painful, that could hurt, or that could, like BDSM or role play, fantasy stuff like that, choking, that kind of stuff. People use a safe word so that you'll know, hey, I really am in distress. Stop. And the safe word ends everything. The safe word ends everything. And so if they were into role playing or BDSM or all of those different things, there's nothing wrong with any of that if it's two consenting adults. But if the safe word was used and he ignored the safe word, then it's a problem. So that could be the issue too. Did she use the safe word and he ignored it? Because again, I'm not going to shame people for doing things that consenting adults do. I'm not going to shame people for that. People have kinks, people have fetishes. I'm not shaming nobody for that. Because that's between the two of y'all, that's y'all business. But if those types of things happen, then now that does change things. Why are they recording? Well, according to him, she was recording him according to him, he accused her of recording without him knowing, and she accused him recording her without her knowing. So, child, they both are being accused. That's what I'm saying. If this were to go to trial, the things that would come out, because somebody lying. Oh, that's what you meant. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, boo. Yeah, because even down to how they met, she's saying they met at the gym randomly, But now he's making it seem like, well, she's on OnlyFans, and these are the types of things that she does on OnlyFans. So, like, did you know she was on OnlyFans before you approached her at the gym and you knew she was into these kinds of things? Or was that a conversation that came up later? Like, I got questions. And I mean, I only have questions because I'm nosy. I don't have questions because it's my business. Not the safe word was Michelle. DeMille, go to the corner. Go to the corner. There's a difference of the recording. She recorded. No, she also recorded them having sex. That's how she got the tape. She has a video of the tape because she recorded them having sex. I do think both of them are lying, but the question is who's lying? Who's lying about what? And what is the long-term effect of it? You know what I'm saying? They didn't meet at the gym. That's what she said in her lawsuit. She said they met at the gym. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's crazy. But I think both of them are lying. But the question is, what are they lying about? What can be proven, and why and why are they lying? I mean, when I say why, that's not what I mean, because we know why they're lying. But I guess the effect of the lies, I don't know. I mean, a part of me almost wants it to go to trial. I don't think it's in Shannon Sharp's best interest for this to go to trial. I think Shannon Sharp needs this to go away as fast as possible. But the nosy in me wants it to go to trial because, baby, can you imagine what is going to come out? Oh, you mean you don't believe her at all? I don't think she 100% lying because I don't think he 100% telling the truth. I think, again, I'm not giving an opinion one way or the other on whether what I think happened behind closed doors. But what I will say is I don't think either one of them are being 100% honest. Now, the question is who's telling the bigger lie and what can be proven? I mean, that's my opinion. Now, if Shannon Sharp is smart, which I'm not saying I don't think he is, if I'm being honest with you, I don't think he is. But if Shannon Sharp is smart, he would do it. He would want this to go away as fast as possible. The damage is done, but we have short memories. We don't, but we have very short memories. When I say we, I mean the public. I don't mean me and you, but the public. And like I said yesterday, not only do we have short memories, but we're talking about sports, which is predominantly men who don't have a problem with none of this shit. Let's call a thing a thing. And when I say none of it, I'm not talking about assault, because there are men who have a problem with assault. But what I'm talking about is the optics of it. There are a whole lot of men that don't give a damn about Shannon Sharp dating no 19-year-old woman unless it's their daughter. They fine with it until it's their daughter. So because of the industry that he's in, they'll get past it a lot faster once people stop talking about it. Once people stop talking about it. Now, as long as it's in the news cycle, it's gonna keep, it's gonna keep doing this. But once they stop talking about it, baby, they're gonna move on. If it was reported earlier today that he lost his $100 million deal, is that true? I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yep. All right, y'all. And stuff we did not ask for. If you are new here, it's 300 of y'all in the room. Oh my goodness, Don is not here to open up the kitchen, honey. Baby, Angela's here. Listen, Angela's here, so the upstairs lounge is open. If you need to, if you need to get into some of the herbal libations, Angela runs the upstairs lounge. Okay. Tracy done already opened up the bar. We got 300 people in the room. Y'all know when there's 300 people in the room, we open up that kitchen. Now, Don ain't dropped down yet to tell us what's on deck. And Abby is in charge of the hookahs, okay? But Angela can handle the hookah. If you want to go upstairs and get a little bit of the hookahs, y'all head on upstairs. Angela got you, okay? If you have your green band on, head over to the VIP and we'll be over there to bring you your drinks. You don't have to stand in line. We'll bring your drinks to you. Okay. Now we have a thing over here that we call shit we did not ask for. Now I have two today. One is a food item. The other is a TV show. For those of you who are not, who are new here, well, damn, we done lost people. The people that left, the minute I said we got over 300 people, child, we done lost 6 people. Y'all left? Why y'all leave? Anyway, I'm not a chef, but I can open the kitchen. You know what, J Wash? You can cook. You can burn. J Wash is opening up the kitchen. Drop down what you cooking today, Jay. Thank you, Jay. All right. If you are new here, again, it's a 1 in the chat if it's something you asked for, a 2 in the chat if it's something you did not ask for. Okay, and it's a 3 in the chat if it's a hell no. 1, 2, 3. If you lit up in green, you know you have your emojis. Okay. Thank you, Holly Young, for the super chat. I did set a goal on this live. If we get to 10, dang it. If we get the 10 super chats, I'll drop the link for a few minutes. Let y'all come up and talk to me. Okay. You was in the car listening, so I was one of the people that left. It's okay, you back, girl. You back. Damn, we lost a lot of people. We down to 281. Well, damn. I guess I better not say nothing next time. Damn, we started losing the people. Okay. The first thing is a food item. Remember, it's a 1 if it's something you want. It's a 2 if it's something you don't want. It's a 3 if it's a hell no. Damn, they said a massive brawl erupts on Carnival Cruise. Passengers landing 24 people on the do not sell list. Now, that's got to be a child. Y'all be cutting up down on these cruises, honey. Watching on my TV and commenting on my phone. I know that's right. Thank you, DB. Corned beef egg rolls, taco egg rolls, and sliders. Okay, I like it. I want some of them. Okay. Under the first item under the shit we did not ask for. We may have talked about this before. I'm not sure. But my boy D Spot over on TikTok, he's on YouTube too, but he does a lot of mukbangs and stuff on TikTok. He posted this on his TikTok today. It's called D Spot, DEESPOT. And he's on YouTube as well. I think on YouTube it's official D Spot. Today's his birthday too, so shout out, happy birthday, D. But he posted this Reese's peanut butter cups. They have PB&J, so they have strawberry flavored and they have grape flavored. PB&J Reese's. PB&J Reese's. I don't know how. I don't eat Reese's anyway, so it's a no for me anyway. But if you do enjoy Reese's peanut butter cups, how about the strawberry or the grape? I see a lot of 3s. Yeah, I don't like Reese's cups. So for me, I wouldn't want it no way, you know. And I can't tell. Now, I do like peanut butter and jelly. I'm not going to tell y'all no lies. But I can't tell y'all the last time I had peanut butter and jelly. But I will throw together a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It just so happens that usually I don't have all of the ingredients. Because I'm not a big peanut butter person. I'm not a big jelly person. And I'm trying not to eat a lot of bread. So I don't buy bread. So even if I get a taste for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, I would have to actually go to the store and buy probably all of the ingredients, which is 3 of them, in order to even make me one. So usually if I get a taste for it, I kind of get over it in about 5 minutes because I'm not going to the store just to buy peanut butter, jelly, and bread. I'm just not doing it. I don't want jelly in my Reese's peanut butter cup. Yeah. Ronnie said it sounds intriguing. They tried. Okay. Jelly and chocolate just seem like a texture overload for me. What bread do you like to use? When I do buy bread, I just buy regular old white bread. Now, I will get wheat bread if I'm getting like a sub. Like if I go to a sub shop or something like that, I'll get wheat bread. But for some reason, I'm not crazy about wheat bread on like my homemade sandwiches. I know that sounds crazy. But I just don't. And I didn't start eating wheat bread at all until I was an adult. Like I never ate wheat bread growing up. I ain't like it. It was something about brown bread that just didn't do it for me. I didn't like it. Okay, Holly Young said they eat Uncrustables, and that's basically the oh, thank you, Raven. Raven said, let's hit that goal. She want me to drop that link. I do like potato bread, but I don't like potato bread on a sweet sandwich. Like, I don't mind potato bread if I'm making like a ham sandwich or a roast beef sandwich, but I don't want potato bread on if I'm doing peanut butter and jelly. I wouldn't want that. I can't eat white bread unless it's an Italian sub. I could see that. But I didn't grow up on wheat bread. My parents didn't start eating wheat bread till I was an adult. Yeah, it wasn't until I was an adult. So I didn't grow up on wheat bread. I grew up on white bread. So that's kind of where I am. Now, as an adult, I will eat wheat bread. But if I go and buy bread, I'm going to buy white bread. But like I said, I very seldom eat bread and I never buy bread. Like if I go over my parents' house, I might make me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich because my dad loves peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. So I know they always have bread, peanut butter, and jelly at my parents' house because it ain't nothing for me to go over my parents' house and my daddy eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And baby, you can't tell him it's not a meal. You can't tell him it's not a meal. Not wheat bread for the culture. My mama used to make a butter and apple jelly sandwich. Okay. I know apple jelly. I like apple butter and I like apple jelly. Tawana said so we can reach the goal. Y'all trying to get to that goal today. Okay. I see you. All right. Even though we lost about 15 people, I guess the people don't like me telling y'all to go to the bar and get you a drink, honey. We went from 304 to 292, but it's all good. If you haven't already done so, though, please hit that like button. I hope we have about 250 likes. Please and thank you. All right. The second thing in our shit we did not ask for, Miss Baythang said, pretty pleased for the live panel. I think we almost at our goal, honey. We almost there. Okay. The second thing and the shit we did not ask for. This is one that I don't think nobody asked for. I don't think anybody is going to go along with this because I don't think nobody asked for it. Oh Lord, now I ain't gonna find it. Khloe Kardashian has created a spinoff. Khloe Kardashian has created a spinoff. Right. I don't think anybody cares. It's going to be starring Scott Disick and herself and her friends. And it's going to be called, what's it going to be called? It's not called The Kardashians. It's called something child. Well, basically they behind the gate. It's their life behind the gate. And it's a spinoff to The Kardashians. And again, like I said, I don't really think anybody cares. As soon as I said Khloe, it was a hell no. I figured as much. I mean, I figured that this was going to be a threes across the board. Calabasas behind the gate. Thank you, newbie. I knew it was something behind the gate, child. Calabasas behind the gate. And it's going to be starring her and Scott Disick. Now, listen. I always thought that her and Scott Disick were a little too close for comfort, if you know what I mean. I'm just saying. But neither here nor there, child. None of us care, Khloe. And I'm not gonna sit here and tell you a lie and say I have never, ever watched an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. But what I can say is it's probably been about 10 years. It's probably been about 10 years. The last time I watched, I think the last time I watched a Keeping Up with the Kardashians episode, I think that's when Kim was married to the basketball player. Now that lets you know how long ago that was. When she sat there and was flirting with Kanye while she was still married to that man. That's why I say, girl, sometimes you just reap what you sow. You was sat there flirting with that man right there on television while you was still married. While you was still married to that man, to that basketball player. What was this? Chris Humphries was his name? So, yeah. And that was, 10 years ago, child? So, anyway, moving right along. Someone said Chloe and Scott are lovers on the low. I wouldn't be surprised, baby. Chloe and Scott have always been close. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't remember my last episode, but I was invested. I mean, don't get me wrong. I remember because I used to like Chloe because Chloe was the black sheep, and Chloe used to cuss all their asses out, and I was here for it. Baby, when Chloe used to cuss them out and wasn't here for the shenanigans, baby, I was here for it. But then she drank the potion. She took the blue pill, and everything changed, honey. Everything changed. The last episode, the whole family was living in one house. Oh, yeah, that was a long time ago. I can't stand them twins and their voices. I want to, what? Assimilate so, oh, they want to assimilate so bad. Child. Did you tap the like button? Thank you, Symmetry, for the super chat. Is that 10? I think that might be 10, y'all. Did we hit our goal? I think we hit our goal. Let me know if we hit our goal. Little Miss OJ. I never watched that show. I just like that fight scene they had. Baby, I remember when they still had the clothing store, Dash. When they still had the clothing store, honey. I remember that. Did you know that Midas Touch was doing a demo? Yeah, I did. I did see that. Democratic Governor Town Hall. I saw that back. Thank you. I'll probably catch it a little bit later on. I used to buy their clothes out of Sears. You definitely going live tonight? What time, ma'am? What time you going live, babe? Okay, y'all. We hit our goal. Thank you, Tracy. All right, so we only have a few more things I want to talk about, and then we're gonna I'll drop the link for a few minutes. I'll give us about 30 minutes of an open panel, honey. Because we almost done. Hold on, we did that. Okay, let's get into 8. Okay, so when we get off of here, y'all head on over to Mims. He's going live at 8 Central. Oh, no, that's 9 o'clock my time. Never mind. But I mean, head over there, but we won't be still here at 9 o'clock. YouTube won't let you increase the dollar amount. What? Thank you, boo. I appreciate you, though. I appreciate the love. All right, now. Let's do TD Jakes, then Wendy, and then we're going to talk about this Mary J. Blige lawsuit, and then I'll drop the link, okay? Now, let's talk about TD Jakes first. Now, we talked earlier this week about TD Jakes stepping down to the Potter's house, and I told y'all that I suspected it was more to the story, right? So, word on the Kirby's, and I'm going to let y'all listen to a little bit of Michelle Loud. Now, for those of you who do not know who Michelle Loud is or not familiar with Michelle Loud's story, Michelle Loud is the woman who claims that Cora Jakes, TD Jakes' daughter, stole her child. Now, listen, I don't have enough time to go into all the details about how Cora allegedly stole that child. Okay, I will have to, baby, we don't have enough time for that. Okay, we just don't have enough time for that today. Oh, thank you, Tracy. I don't have enough time to get into that, but if you're not familiar with the story, suffice to say, here's a situation where this woman has alleged that Cora Jakes and her family, TD Jakes included, conspired to steal her child from her. She's been talking about this for years. She's been trying to bring attention to this for years. And she basically says that TD Jakes runs everything down there. He's got connections with the police department. He's got connections with, with all of that. And so everywhere she turned, she just wasn't able to get the help that she needed. Now, she said something on a live last night, over the weekend, I believe it was, as it relates to the TD Jakes of it all. So I'm going to let y'all hear a little bit of what she had to say. Shout out to Open Book. I'm playing a little bit of her content because she captured the live. So I want y'all to hear it. So shout out to Open Book. If y'all make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to her, or at least give her a click and a view so y'all can hear the whole thing. I'm gonna drop her link. I'm gonna drop her link in the chat so y'all can go over there. And y'all know what we do over here when we find other YouTubers. Y'all do me a favor. Y'all go over there and y'all say Really Be sent me. Y'all go over there. Y'all check her out and y'all say Really Be sent me. I'm gonna listen to a little bit of her. Like I said, we're gonna listen to a little bit. But y'all, because I want y'all to hear what she had to say, honey. Oh, this thing moving so slow, child. Okay, here we go. Now she's talking about the parallel between the Jakes family and Greenleaf. And for those of you that watch the Greenleaf, and we used to review Greenleaf over here, Greenleaf was a good time, honey. She's drawing a parallel, but I want y'all to hear what she's saying. I want y'all to hear what she's saying. Okay? All right, we're going to play it.
Yep. Now, the rain.
So we're going to look up the summary.
Let me pause for a second. Lorraine. Oh my gosh. I'm glad that you brought that up too. Because I was reading up on the upcoming May 5th, they're going to start with jury selection. Now, the prosecutors, okay,
and delves into the scandalous secrets and lies that lie beneath the surface of their seemingly devout lives. The series centers on Bishop James Greenleaf and his wife, Lady Mae. Bishop James Greenleaf, his wife, Lady Mae, and their estranged daughter, Grace, who returns home after 20 years following the death of their sister, Faith. Now, I think Faith was the young girl in the series that got raped by the uncle. So Grace came back to originally avenge her sister's death. Okay. Now here's a more detailed breakdown, you guys. The series, The Greenleaf Family. The series explores the lives of the Greenleaf family who run a powerful megachurch called Calvary Fellowship World Ministries. Beneath the facade of faith and family love, the Greenleafs are embroiled in a web of lies, adultery, greed, and sibling rivalry, all of which threaten to unravel their lives in their church. Okay. Grace was once a rising star within the church. She returns home after a long absence, bringing with her a... Okay. The Greenleafs face internal conflicts, including Grace's strained relationship with her parents, the animosity between siblings, and the looming threat of a financial investigation into the church. Y'all don't see this? Y'all didn't know that the FBI was looking into the Potter's house? Did y'all know that? I'm not sure if y'all were aware of that. I'm not sure if y'all were aware that there are investigations into the financial institution of the Potter's House Church of Dallas, Texas, and their branches. Okay. I don't know if y'all knew that or not, but there it is. Okay.
Now I'm gonna stop right there. I want y'all to again, she goes through the rest of her life. she goes through breaking down the similarities between the description of Greenleaf and her experience with the Jakes family. Now, I am not saying that Greenleaf was based on the Jakes. I think we could probably find any church and drop it into that description, or not any church, but any mega church across the United States. I'm sure we could probably name 5 or 6 off the top of our head. So I'm not saying that Greenleaf was based off of TD Jakes. That is not what I'm saying. The part that I wanted y'all to hear was the part she just said when she spoke about financial investigation. That's the part I wanted y'all to hear. Now, again, y'all can go back to that video and she does a whole breakdown of what she means about the sibling rivalry. She talks about, remember, this is somebody who was friends with Cora Jakes. She was friends with that woman. That's how she got close enough for the woman to allegedly steal her baby. And again, if y'all want to know what I mean by steal her baby, y'all can Google Michelle Loud on YouTube, and she's done interviews where she's explained what happened. I think a couple of people have interviewed her. I know Larry Reed is one of them, and a few other YouTubers that have, reputable YouTubers that have interviewed her and gotten her story. I'm not saying her story is true. I'm saying she's been telling it. So if y'all want that, y'all can go watch that. But what I am going to say is this. Are y'all listening to me? Baby, I heard the same thing. Now, I ain't saying it's true. I'm saying I heard the same thing. I heard told y'all it was more to that story. Allegedly. But she said that the FBI done been down up and through the Potter's house and affiliate businesses because allegedly they doing some investigations down to the Potter's house. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and tell y'all, the street committee gonna tell us, baby, that's what I heard. Now, I ain't saying it's true. Let me be clear. Let me be very clear. I'm not saying that it's true. I'm saying that I heard it too. Oop, did I just rhyme? I'm not saying that it's true. I'm saying that I heard it too. Heard it through the grapevine. Cora's husband did go to jail, Ronnie. Cora's husband went to jail for allegedly being inappropriate with the children. Now, that's what I heard. Allegedly, right? Wasn't that his charges? I believe that's his charges. Baby, when I tell you I love the Righteous Gemstones, and I'm so sorry that this is the last season, but I love me some the Righteous Gemstones, honey. Moving right along. Never cared for TD Jakes. A friend and I had a disagreement regarding him. When the allegations started falling out the tree, she changed her tone. Well, Nubian Mahogany said, that's what I heard. That's what I heard. Now, I ain't saying it's true, though. Now, I want to be very clear about that. TD, don't you come knocking at my door, okay? I ain't said it's true, but I heard it too. I heard that the FBI might be asking some questions. Thank you, Xavier. Xavier is dropping my Greenleaf playlist. Yes, honey. We used to have ourselves a good time with Greenleaf. Baby, yes. We used to have a good time with Greenleaf. I heard in some red states, the government is doing more audits on Black churches. I'm doing that. That could be true, too. That could be true, too. Oh, my God. I love the Righteous Gemstones. No one else I knew watching. Baby, I've been watching them since season 1. Baby, you're talking about some good fun. Some good fun. Baby, if y'all ain't been watching the Righteous Gemstones, go back. If you have HBO or Max, whatever they're calling it these days, go back and watch it from season 1, baby. It is some kind of good. It's that See, that's my kind of humor. Those types of shows are my kind of humor, right? Anybody ever remember a movie called The Royal Tenenbaums? The Royal Tenenbaums. That's a good movie. It's that kind of humor. About Schmidt, that is my kind of humor. That is my kind of humor. I do too. I miss on having scripted shows. Like, I really hate that we don't get this good scripted shows from OWN anymore. Like, my goodness. They had that one season of the show of the girl who was a lawyer down in Charlotte, North Carolina. I knew we wasn't going to get more than one season of that because that was a victim of COVID. It came on during COVID. Even if they wanted to make another season, they weren't in a position to film, to do another season. But that was a good show. I don't remember the name of it now, but it was a good one. David Makes Man. Good show. Delilah. Thank you. That was the name of it. Delilah. Yes, that was a good show. It was a little slow. It was a little slow, but I felt like it deserved another season. I felt like we deserved another season of Delilah. Okay. I felt like we deserved another season of it. It was a little slow, though. It was a little slow. David Makes Man was excellent. It was an excellent show. Baby Delilah only had one season, and it came on, like I said, it came on during COVID. You know what? I'm gonna say this about our kind of people. Our kind of people had potential, but they did too much too soon. They had potential, but I feel like they gave us too much at one time. They gave us too much. But our kind of people it definitely had potential. It had a lot of potential, but they rushed it. I feel like they rushed the story. I feel like they rushed it. We deserved a full season of Life Twirls on Child. Bye. The Kings of Napa was the Kings of Napa was terrible. I didn't like it. It was bad. It was the acting was bad. Because at least with our kind of people, the acting was good. The acting was good on our kind of people. But the Kings of Napa, the acting was bad. The storyline was bad. Again, it had great potential. But to me, it wasn't well executed. It wasn't well executed. Right. They gave us 3 seasons worth of drama in one season. They was doing too much. OWN could do a Black Hallmark type show. They really could. But nobody over there is interested. Obviously, I mean, they handed the reins over to Carlos King and his shenanigans, and they've just invested in reality TV at this point. Because listen, reality TV is cheap to make. There's little to no overhead. They pay the people peanuts compared to what you have to pay actors on a scripted show. It's a different set of standards with like unions and all that stuff. It's cheap TV. It's just cheap TV. Yeah, it's cheap TV. I like Beyond the Gates right where it is. Leave Beyond Gates right there on CBS. It does not need to go to OWN, so OWN can fuck it up. No, ma'am. I'm good. I hope OWN does another revamp their Christmas. Yeah, their Christmas movies are good. OWN has really good Christmas movies, and TV One has some good Christmas movies too. They're a little more urban. Now, the TV One Christmas movies are a little more urban, but they're good. David Zaslav destroyed Animal Planet, and now he's destroying the OWN network. I don't mean no harm, but what was good about the Animal Planet? Maybe because I don't watch that kind of stuff, so maybe I don't know. But they aren't doing reality TV right either. We gotta wait until August for Ready to Love to come back. But here's the thing, though, Tiffany. Nobody cares about them doing reality TV badly, though. That's the point. The point is nobody cares if you fuck up reality TV because people are going to keep watching. I mean, I just hate to say it like that, but people are going to keep watching it, right? For example, you know, trying to think of baddies. Like, there's nothing good about the baddie shows. Just nothing. I'm sorry. But they keep making them because people keep watching them. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I get what you're saying. Like, you care, right? But, like, look at Love and Marriage Huntsville. Look at Love and Marriage Detroit. Look at Love and like, child, they gonna keep bringing them. BET Plus holiday movies this past year were good. Actually, they've been some really good. Y'all know I love my y'all know I love my My Christmas movies. Animal Planet used to be good. I don't know none of them shows except for the Crocodile Hunter. They used to win awards. And I guess because I'm just not into that. Yeah. But I guess if you're into like animal shows, I guess you could see. Yeah. Holiday Heart. Holiday Heart was a movie, right? You talking about the movie with Alfred Woodard? Child, Cajun, don't make me put you in timeout again. Don't make me put you in timeout again. Don't make me put you in timeout again. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's get into these last two stories. So Wendy has dropped some more evidence to support what she has been telling us about her illegal detainment. I don't know how else to put it at this point. Now, a couple of weeks ago, we are getting a little more information as it relates to this attorney. I usually watch the Players Club every Christmas. I bet you do. I bet you do. The Players Club every Christmas, child. All right. The show Almost Human: Secrets and Lies, the following were all canceled. Oh, I don't know what y'all talking about. Okay. So let's look at some information that Wendy has dropped as it relates to her being retained at this point. I don't even know, like I said, I don't even know the right word, the right way to put it, child. But we know that we talked about the lawyer, the doctor's note that we all felt like was fake. We all felt like this doctor's note was doctored. It was fake. Let's look at it. Let's look at it again. Let's look at it again. Let me share my screen, honey. Share my... Okay. Lord, this thing moves so slow, honey. Okay. Now, this is the letter. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. This is the letter from Dr. Rami Kaminsky. Okay. Now, we all agree that this letter did not look like a legit. This looks like, y'all know what these types of, this look like the kind of letter that my students bring to school after they've been to the doctor, like that generic, when you say you need a doctor's note for work and they just photocopy the letter they have on hand. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all that have kids or for work, and y'all know y'all need to bring a doctor's note back to work, and they just give you this photocopy generic letter that they just say, here you go, take it. You know, this would be good for your doctor. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? That is what this looks like. And we talked about this before. That is what this letter looks like. This letter does not look like a legitimate, doctor's notes type letter. Now, I'm going to read y'all what it says. It's that the date is January the 20th of 2022. The date is important. It is from the Institute of Interrogative Psychiatry. I fucked up that word. Anyway, to Lori Schiller from Wells Fargo Bank, R.E. Wendy Williams. The letter says, Dear Miss Schiller, Ms. Williams has been my patient for over a year now. Over the last 6 months, she has been unable to make reasoned decisions, and her insight and judgment are severely impaired. Sincerely, Rami Kaminsky, M.D. And that's integrative, not interrogative. I know my words. I can spell. Okay, I can read. Baby, that is, even if that was a legitimate letter, I do not feel like that letter should have been good enough to have Wendy Williams committed and have her, well, not committed, but have a person take over her. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about. A person take over her Y'all know what I'm talking about. Damn it. Y'all know the word I'm talking about. Okay. I don't think it should have raised to the level of what we see happen or what we saw happen to Wendy Williams. Now, Wendy Williams posted this today. Oh, hold on. This letter right here, which is dated February the 18th of 2022, a month later. This letter is a month later. This letter, we already see the difference. Do we not already see the difference in this letter from that first letter? This letter is coming from Superior Medical Centers from Weston, Florida. It is dated February the 18th of 2022. This letter says, to whom it may concern. This letter is in regards to patient Wendy Hunter. Date of birth, it gives the date of birth, who is currently under my care. After comprehensive neurologic examination and testing, I have determined that Wendy has mild cognitive impairment. Wendy was started on medication immediately for this, and we expect significant improvement with the medication. At this time, Wendy has the full capacity for medical decision-making and personal decision-making. Wendy is not a financial expert, but has the full capacity to appoint someone on her behalf to handle her finances and business decisions. Going against her wishes in any shape or form is a serious matter. Now, this was signed by Dr. Joseph Gargis. And then do you see how many different degrees and things that he has behind his name? MD, FACF, CPE, MBA. Y'all see all this? And then it has Miami Family Faculty Member of Medicine, Superior Medical. Do you see how much more official this letter looks? Now, I don't mean it is official. I'm just saying it's a better letter. The first letter is from a psychiatrist in New York with a 1.8 rating. Absolutely. Remember, Wendy was living in Florida. Wendy was living in Florida, you guys. Remember that. So, Wendy Williams also posted this right here. She posted that she actually filed a formal complaint against that first doctor for HIPAA violations because he shared medical information with people that he was not supposed to share with. I'm sorry, this has phone numbers and stuff on here. I mean, this was posted on the internet, but still. But you see right here, this was dated. It has Wendy Williams' name. You see that she filed this. That's the phone number. And this was filed on, this was filed March of 2022. So that first letter was dated January of 2022. The second letter was dated February of 2022. And Wendy filed this complaint in March of 2022. Now, what Wendy said on her Instagram was the violation date is marked as January of 2022, the date of that letter. So she posted that the violation took place on January of 2022, the date of that letter. Hold on. I keep forgetting to change the screen back. Okay. So, with that being said, now R&D would say that letter is fake as well. Well, Wendy dropped it. That second letter, that doctor only specializes in cardiology, dermatology, gastrology, nothing related to psychology. Well, I don't know. I'm just telling you what was posted, child. So, Wendy did file a complaint, or somebody on Wendy's behalf did file a complaint for HIPAA violations. And the date on that complaint was January the 22nd. Let me make sure. Hold on. Let me look at this again. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. And she has a receipt number. She has the filing. She posted the consent form for when she filed the HIPAA report. But now they're saying that the HIPAA complaint has vanished. Now they're saying that they don't have any record of the HIPAA complaint, even though she filed it and she has a receipt number. I'm just telling y'all what Wendy's saying now. Now, Wendy doesn't have a violation date for that February letter. She only filed one for that January letter. She only has one for that January letter. Right. A neurologist would be treated. Yeah. You're saying that cardiology, dermatology, gastrology. Okay. Well, I'm only telling y'all what Wendy's saying, child. Wendy only filed a complaint, a HIPAA violation against Dr. Romansky. She's saying that the second letter is valid. She's not reporting the second letter. Yeah, she's not reporting the second letter. Just the first one. But I'm saying all this to say that more information Wendy is dropping shows that somebody had it. I don't know what, baby, this thing is running deep. This thing is running deep with Wendy and this conservator situation. This is starting to look worse than Britney Spears at this point. I mean, it definitely sounds like people was in cahoots. And right, and remember Dr. Romansky got that $60,000 payments in less than 2 months. Yeah, remember that? Yeah, I remember that as well. Mm-hmm. Child. How is Wendy getting the information to leak? I don't know who giving it to her, but remember, Wendy has a real attorney now. Remember, who's the attorney that took her case? I think Rihanna's husband. Rihanna's husband. What's the boy name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Rihanna's husband name. His attorney is Wendy's attorney now. So maybe he's been able to get information. Maybe things are moving faster. And remember, TMZ is also helping out Wendy. TMZ is helping out Wendy. And so is she's got A$AP Rocky. Thank you. A$AP Rocky, she's got a real attorney now. And remember, TMZ is also helping. And remember, their attorneys as well. Well, the founder of TMZ, he's an attorney. So I think that's probably why we're getting more information now. But Wendy Williams is not dropping the truth. If she has dementia, she just needs to say so. That's what her family initially alleged. Well, then, what you mean she's not dropping the truth? How do you know what the truth is, Candace? You say if she has dementia, she just needs to say so. Maybe she don't think she got dementia. That's what her family initially alleged. Right, an allegation doesn't make it true. They're alleging that she has dementia. But if she don't have a diagnosis from a doctor saying she has dementia, again, it's been so much he say, she say over the last couple of years. There's been so much he say, she say. So since this whole thing started, at this point, who do we believe? We don't know. It's been so much back and forth, and he did, and she said, and he said. You know, and I don't know whether she does or she doesn't, but I mean, you're saying it like you believe she does, but based off of what? Based off of what? I mean, I know that documentary was bad, but she was clearly drunk and inebriated in a lot of that. And we know she's got a drinking problem. She's been very clear about that. So that first documentary was right after her husband left, right after her and Kevin broke up. So she wasn't in a good space when she did that documentary. And then when they did the second documentary, she was drunk. And she was clearly being exploited in that documentary. I'm sorry. And I'm not the biggest Wendy Williams fan, but I'm not going to go by those two examples and say she's got dementia. I don't know. She meant, shut up, Bims. Do you want her to be miserable in a conservatorship? I want what's in the best interest of Wendy Williams. But based on the information that is starting to leak out, I'm gonna be honest with y'all and say I'm not sure that the best decision was made by putting her, especially not this level of a conservatorship. Menopause can also cause memory loss. That's true. I know you weren't talking to me, friend. And even if she needs a conservator, it shouldn't be these people. I can agree with that too. Yeah, I can agree with that too. All right, y'all, let's get into this lawsuit. Mary J. Blige is being sued by her former friend. Listen, I thought her and Misa were friends, honey. They used to be hanging out together. Misa was her stylist. You know, they went through the Diddy years together, honey. Lord knows what kind of stories they have about the Diddy years. But now Misa is accusing Mary J. Blige of stealing her artist. So let's get into this lawsuit. Now, I'm not reading the lawsuit. I'm just reading the article. I do not have the lawsuit. I'm just reading through this article, honey. But let's get into it. Let's get into this article, child. Okay? Hold on. No, not for that. Lord, no. No essays today. No essays today, child. Lord, no. Graves' disease will do more damage than menopause. I'm sure she's past menopause. How old is Wendy? I don't know. When do you get out of menopause? I don't know. All right, but let's get into this article. Stylist Misa Highton, I guess that's how you say her last name, has filed a lawsuit against Mary J. Blige, a previous client and friend, for allegedly refusing to drop rapper Vado's completed album until she cuts ties with the fashion professional. In court documents, Houghton alleges that Mary J. Blige has attempted to sabotage her business relationship with Vado via her MISA management company, saying that Blige's company, Beautiful Light Productions, interfered with Vado and Misa's signed management agreement, which would entitle her agency to 20% of the rapper's earnings. Misa believes that Blige used her influence to isolate Vado and steer him away from the contract. Documents claim that Blige attempted to persuade Vado to break his management agreement with Misa during private yacht gatherings, hotel meetings, and exclusive events where Misa nor her management representatives were present. It also alleges that Blige's head of security, described as her boyfriend, not her head security, is described as her boyfriend, also wanted to sign Vado and told him he would lose out on opportunities if he stayed with Misa. Vado signed with Misa Management on July the 25th of 2023 and later signed with Beautiful Light Production on October the 1st of 2023. Paperwork claims that in private messages, Blige said that she would not release Vado's album, which he completed in July of 2024, or allow him to tour as long as he stayed with Misa. Well, child, they got text messages. Okay. Misa argues that Blige's shelving Vado's album left the artist in economic servitude, unable to repay advances tied to his record deal or make any real money for himself. They're currently seeking $5 million in damages for breach of contract, emotional distress, and interference with business relationships. Child. Now, here is, let me let y'all hear this clip, honey, of Mary J. Blige speaking on signing Vado. Let me let y'all hear this clip of Mary J. Blige speaking on Vado, honey. Child, this thing moves so slow. Okay. All right, I'm gonna let y'all hear.
How did the Vado thing evolve?
Well, Vado's been popping for years, you know, and it's just his time. It's his time, and we're family, you know. he's Misa's friend and he's my friend and we're all friends and we're family. When we're family, you know, we all listen to each other's stuff and listening to his, you know, paying attention to him the way I started paying attention to him closely. I was like, you know what, won't you hop on, you know, Still Believe? And he did and blew all my hair back. I said, oh, son, excuse me. I know I curse a lot.
This is why we record things, Mary.
I said, I said, wow. This kid it's his time.
Right.
It's his turn. And I could feel that. And he's out of here.
All right. So I'm not going to play the video because, you know, I ain't trying to get no strike. But this is the song where Vado was featured on Mary J's song, Still Believe in Love. Again, if y'all want to go hear it, y'all can go catch it on YouTube. But yeah, you guys, that is the gist of the lawsuit. What y'all think is going on with this situation? First of all, you and Misa have been together, been friends for a very long. We talking about 20, 30 years. Baby, they go back, like I said, they go back to the early days when Misa and Diddy were dating. Like, that's how long they've known each other. I don't know how long they've been friends, but they was friends, like, you know, like Misa was her stylist. They used to be seen at social gatherings together, hanging out at basketball games and different parties and events. So they definitely had a friendship. And it does seem like, I mean, he signed with Misa in what they said, June, July, and then signed with Mary in October. And his album is done, but allegedly Mary is threatening to not release the album unless he cut ties. Yeah, she's Justin's godmother. Thank you, DB. Absolutely. Unless she cuts ties with Misa. So clearly Misa and Mary J. Blige done fell out. Now, somewhere along the line, they done fell out. When, where, how they fell out, child, we don't know that story yet. But somewhere along the lines, they fell out. Do I think that Mary has it in her to do this? Yeah, I think that this is in Mary to do. I'm not saying she's guilty, but I mean, I could see her doing it. The Tina Marie law states that it's illegal to keep someone under contract and refuse to release their music. And if they have a text message from Mary basically saying that she ain't gonna release his music unless he cut, I mean, that sounds like a pretty solid case to me. Y'all. All right, I promised y'all I dropped the link because we hit our goal. So I'm gonna drop the link. It's 7:39. Okay, I'll stay up here till, if people are coming up here, I'll stay up here till 8:10. We got 30 minutes of an open panel. Okay, I'm gonna drop the link. Remember, the rule is as follows: you do not have to show your face on screen. However, I do need to verify backstage that you are who you say you are. I try not to interrupt when people are talking. So if you're backstage, just give me a second. If you do show your face backstage, just turn your camera off. I may do with a thumbs up. I give you guys the thumbs up, and that will let you know that I saw you. You can take your, you can turn your camera off. There's the link, and we're gonna be respectful of everybody's opinion, and we're gonna be mindful of the time. Give everybody a chance to speak. Okay, give everybody a chance to speak. All right. Tina Marie took Motown to court and won. Yeah. And the thing is this, I'm sure that it's against the law, but people do it all the time. People do it all the time. I love Mary, but she has multiple personalities. I remember when she slapped her ex in a club for looking at a waitress. That's why I said I can believe that if her and Misa are no longer on good terms, I absolutely can believe that she's sort of giving him the it's me or her kind of thing, And I don't know Misa's track record. Like, I would have to go and do the research. I don't know if Misa has represented other artists. I don't know if he's her first artist. Like, I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, he did it. Diddy did do it to Cassie. Diddy did do it to Cassie. Sure. You remember that video? The falling out after all of these years is crazy. Right, that's what I'm saying. Something happened. Now, I mean, what happened? I don't know. But clearly they have fallen out. Because I don't think if they were still friends, I don't think this lawsuit gets filed. Now, I don't know that to be a fact. That's my opinion. Did you catch the part when it said Mary Security, who she was dating, caused this? I see where it said that Mary's Security, whose alleged boyfriend was a part of it as well. Yeah. I wonder if Mary did the same to Wayne's son because she was producing their debut album. Wayne's son. Oh, Wanye. I said Wayne. Wanye's sons. But their album came out, didn't it? I thought, what's it, Juan Moore? Is their name Juan Moore? Something like that. I thought their album came out. Oh, they never came out. They just had singles. Oh, wow. I don't know why I thought the album came out. Okay. Okay, they have singles. Oh, they have singles. Got it. One more. They are so talented. They are so talented. But I do know that they were signed with her. But I forgot that. Because they had singles, I guess I forgot they didn't actually have an album come out. They did have an album in 2023. Oh, well then they did have an album come out. Yeah, they had an album come out. Yeah. Who wants to bet that both women slept with Votto? Now, I wouldn't put that past either one of them. Oh, I don't know if that was when they were signed to her. Yeah, I believe that's when they were signed to her in 2023. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I want to say, remember, was it the BET Awards that had the outdoor awards because it was during COVID? And they had the outdoor, I think it was the one that was hosted by, I forgot, was it Issa Rae? Not Issa Rae, but it was outdoors. Was it BET? I want to say, but I remember that was when my girl first had her album. I mean, her album had just dropped. Oh God. I could see her face. Janelle Monáe. When her last album that she came out with had dropped, because she opened up the show and it was outdoors. Y'all remember that award show? So that had to be before 2023 because it was outdoors. And Juan Moore won Best New Artist. Coco Jones, it was the Soul Train Awards. Coco Jones performed. She was nominated. It was Taraji. Thank you. She was nominated for Best New Artist. Juan Moore was nominated, and Juan Moore won. And I remember Mary J. Blige, was there, and they won. So that was during COVID because it was an outdoor award. They did it outdoors. Yep, I remember that one. So if the album dropped in 2023, then that must be Mary J. Blige when they were signed to her, because that was during COVID. Yeah. Not Mary J. Diddy. Y'all wrong. King Combs is on that album, so I guess so. Ooh. Child. Clearly, like I said, their relationship, clearly they fell out. Well, hell, we know Mary J. Blige will put you on the train quick because Faith said that her and Mary were friends, and she said to this day, she don't know what happened. She said 1 minute they was friends, And the next minute, Mary J wasn't speaking to her no more. But I believe in that situation, I believe Mary J chose a side because Mary J was friends with, she stayed friends with Lil' Kim. And I think that was a situation where she chose a side and she chose to stay friends with Lil' Kim. And at the time, Lil' Kim and Faith was both messing with the same man. And I guess Mary J chose a side, honey. She chose Lil' Kim's side, honey. Unpopular opinion, King Combs is a better rapper than Diddy. Well, that ain't a hard threshold. Diddy can't rap. Diddy can't rap. I mean, Diddy had his rhymes written for him and he practiced. He did a good job of practicing. But he is not a natural rapper. They did an EP, One More, with 7 songs in 2023. Okay. Ain't Kim and Faith cool now? Child, they probably are cool now. At this point, they might all be cool again. But I'm just saying, I remember Faith was just saying one minute her and Mary was cool, and the next minute she said, I don't know, we just fell out. That's Tahari's Vado. I thought that name sounded familiar. Child, bye. The one that used to be on Love and Hip Hop. Him? Child, bye. Moving right along, child. Moving right along, child. Bye. Okay, moving right along, child. I cannot. Marriage Boot Camp. Yeah, that was him. Child. What did I want to tell y'all on the Politricks? Hold on. What up, Cruiser? You having yourself a good time down there, and where you been hanging out, honey? You having yourself a good time. I feel like I had something I wanted to tell y'all under Politricks. Excuse me. They all dig around the same garbage can. Oh, child. Exactly, Xavier. Once I found out who they fighting over, child, bye. Child, bye. Something happened. A Democratic representative has filed articles of impeachment against Trump. I'm not impressed when it's a Republican doing it, and when they have some Republican support, then I'll be impressed. But right now, I'm not. I mean, kudos to him, but yeah, I know Trump is having a 100-day rally. Yeah, he is. I don't care. Yeah, that's another reason. You're right, Lauren. Faith, Mary J. Blige was actually jealous of Faith. Y'all know Mary J. Blige is a brat, child. April D. Ryan is involved in a tussle. If y'all don't know who April Ryan is a respected journalist for many, many, many years. Y'all know that story is being reported that they're removing artifacts from the National Smithsonian of African American History. So she and they're conflicting reports. So she wrote an article about it, and so I'm gonna just read y'all what is being said. Veteran White House correspondent April Ryan is allegedly the target of a behind-the-scenes smear campaign by a fellow journalist. A source close to the matter exclusively tells us that viral museum story has a backstory. There are a lot of discussion groups on this story. However, one discussion group in particular keeps talking about discrediting a journalist. It is said that one journalist got upset when she did not follow up on the story before April Ryan got mad, created a narrative to cause confusion, and even called April Ryan's boss. As of press time, April Ryan stands by her story from what we're told. And of course, her story is that they are removing artifacts out of the museum. In case you're unfamiliar, President J.D. Vance is at the center of a viral controversy alleging that the Trump administration is influencing changes at the Smithsonian National Museum of African American History and Culture. including rumored plans to remove key civil rights artifacts such as the Greensboro lunch counter exhibit. April Ryan has been reporting on the outrage and confusion surrounding the claims. She recently reported on Black Press USA that Smithsonian officials confirmed that the exhibit is not being removed. Still, some social media groups have reportedly accused Ryan of spreading misinformation, but her supporters says she is just doing her job and being unfairly targeted by a colleague with an agenda. April Ryan is a highly respected voice in political journalism, especially when it comes to Black America. So this alleged smear campaign is raising serious eyebrows. Child, I think that is the whole point of this administration, is to cause confusion. It's to cause confusion. That's it. That's it. That's all. Also, this morning, it was being reported that Trump was pissed off at Amazon and Bezos because they were listing their prices. Allegedly, they were going to list their prices on their website to include the breakdown of how much they were paying in tariffs. By the afternoon, Amazon said, we wasn't going to do that. So there, I just don't have no respect for none of what's going on around here. I just don't. You know, Jeff Bezos was going to break down how much people were paying in extra money and because of the tariffs. And then the White House called them the enemy, and it was they were being the enemy of the state basically. And there it is. Right, Amazon came out, they rolled that shit back so fast. But some good news. The liberal candidate over in Canada won, and in the election they'll be the next prime minister. And they wasn't even supposed to win, child. The Liberal Party was not supposed to win that campaign, but allegedly they basically won. It was a backlash. It was a backlash directly to Donald Trump. So hoping that that's a sign for our midterm elections that maybe all the Democrats just gonna win. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that the Democrats are perfect and that they don't need some help. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. But baby, I'll take a Democrat over Republican these days. Period. Full stop. Full stop. The tariffs are bankrupting Las Vegas. Child, the tariffs are let me tell y'all something. And I'm not even saying this to scare anybody. Y'all need to go out. If y'all have Costco cards, y'all need to go to Costco this weekend. Y'all need to get y'all toilet paper, get you a big old case of toilet paper, get you a big old case of, paper towels, get you a big old case of, things that you could keep on your shelves, because baby, the shelves are getting ready to be empty. Some stores have bought surplus for now, but baby, it's gonna be like COVID in a few months. If that long, it's gonna be like COVID. We're gonna be standing in line for toilet paper. All right. I'm gonna do it this weekend. I don't have a Costco card. I'm gonna get my parents' Costco card, and I'm gonna go to Costco probably either Saturday morning. But if I'm going Saturday morning, baby, I'm going as soon as I get up off of I'm gonna get up and get there when they open, because Costco, I can't do. The ports are running low, baby. The ports are empty. What's up? Cause yeah, I'm gonna see my parents Thursday. We taking my dad out to dinner. I see my parents Thursday. I'm probably get that Costco card Thursday, and I'm gonna run on over there. I had a Costco card. Like when I first bought my house, I got a Costco card. But honestly, y'all, I just like that type of stuff. I do use the Costco card for, but the stuff is just too big. Y'all see, I got a little refrigerator. I don't do a lot of cooking. You know what I'm saying? So, but I am going to water. Yeah. I'm going to give me a couple of cases of water. I'm going to give me a thing of toilet paper, paper towels. I'm just going to get a bunch of that type of stuff. Just a bunch of that type of stuff. Kleenex too. Damn it. I need some Kleenex now for my classroom. I'm out of tissue. I ran out of tissue before spring break, and I keep forgetting to buy some. Thank you for reminding me. I need to get me some tissue. Unfortunately, FedEx announced today, cleaning supplies, yeah. FedEx announced today That they are laying off 20,000 people. That's it. Thank you, Quake. That's what I need. I need to get some laundry stuff too. They said because there are just no deliveries. They said they don't have the deliveries that they used to have. They said they closed at something like 70,000 locations. Okay. Because people aren't, between the boycotts, I'm assuming, and the tariffs, people just aren't ordering like they used to. They just not ordering like they used to, you know? And so they're closing down and they're laying a lot of people off. This is listen. Yeah, definitely laundry detergent. I knew it was something else, but definitely laundry detergent. So I probably, like, first thing, like I said, whatever time Costco open, that's what time I'm gonna be there. Because I can't do them long lines. I can't do Costco on a Saturday, but I want to go this weekend. But I just can't do it. But if they open up at 8, I'm gonna be there at 8. Whatever time they open on Saturday morning is what time I'm gonna be there. I don't like Costco. I like Sam Clubs better. I like Costco better. But wherever, just get it. Just get it. Wherever you go, just get it. We can go to the museum, Cajun. When you're here, we definitely can go to the museum. Yeah, I love that museum. They open at 10. I'm going to be there at 9:30. Thank you, Quake. I'm going to go to the one right down the street from my house. I'm going to be there at 9:30. In the parking lot waiting. Just be in the parking lot waiting, child. They just opened up a UPS store over here near me. Like, they, like, literally it just opened like within the last couple of weeks. I'm like, damn. We had BJ's down here too. We still have BJ's. There's a BJ's, it's a BJ's wasn't that Richie Marlboro Road? I think it's a BJ's over there. I mean, not that y'all know what street I'm talking about, but gotta renew your Sam's membership. Yeah, child. I just, like I said, I had a Costco card. I've actually had one twice. I had it the first time. I think I moved into when I was renting my best friend's house. I got a Costco card, and then I got another Costco card, like I said, when I bought my house. But I just don't. It's not worth the money for me because I don't buy that much stuff from Costco. You know what I mean? So. Quake said, I'm not giving Walmart, Target, or Sam's my money. I know that's right. There might be a shortage of back to school and Christmas stuff this year. Yeah. Not the good thing, but our reality, we don't use a lot of back to school stuff like we used to anyway. But baby, I got so much back to school stuff. I could probably go 2 or 3 years without buying school supplies, like for that kind of stuff, like paper, and because for the last couple of years, I haven't been using a lot of it. Y'all see, I didn't even do a wish list this year because I didn't need anything. I didn't even do a back to school wish list because I didn't need nothing. I mean, I have Post-its, pens, and the few things that I did need, I just, I picked up. Now I might need some stuff for my classroom next year, but not even a big deal because child, I'm moving classrooms again, child. Costco, get lotion, vitamins, seasoning. Child, I got plenty of seasoning. I don't cook, so I got plenty of seasoning, child. I don't cook, child. They're intentionally laying off jobs predominantly where Black people work. When you say they, who is the they you talking about? I've been a Costco member for almost 20 years. Yeah. Child, I just use my parents' card, honey. I take it back to them. And then usually when I take their card, I usually end up getting stuff for them too. So that saves them a trip. You know what I mean? I'm like, whatever I pick up what they need, pick up what I need. Toothpaste, yeah. So yeah, that's my suggestion because baby, the ports is about to be empty. So because y'all president keep lying saying that they're in negotiation with China. And every time he tell a lie, China come back and be like, that's not true. I mean, every time he come down here and tell a lie on China come back and say, that's not true. He said, we've been on the phone with China nonstop making deals. That China was like, we haven't been talking to him. Nobody's been talking to him. It's not funny because it's affecting us, but it's funny. Because every time he tell a lie, China be like, that didn't happen. That's not true. They didn't happen. We haven't been talking to him. No one's been talking to him. Like every time he tell a lie, they come back and be like, that didn't happen. We didn't talk to him. Ciao. Make sure you don't lose anything this time. What did I lose? What you mean? Yeah, every time I go grocery shopping, I usually get 2 cases of water. Did I ever find? I told y'all what happened to the file cabinet. Baby, I found the file cabinet. I told y'all that. I found my file cabinet, and when I found my file cabinet, one of my co-workers had thrown all my shit away. And then want to sit there and act like they ain't know. I told y'all what happened because I was pissed off. Talking about it was just empty. No, it wasn't. It wasn't empty. It absolutely wasn't empty. That file cabinet was full of stuff. Ain't no way in the world that file cabinet was empty, because the only way it would have been empty is if somebody emptied it. And the custodians are not going to empty a file cabinet. All they're going to do is move it. I know exactly what happened because it ended up in the classroom next to my classroom. And what happened was they moved me out of my classroom, and the person that was in my class, that was next to my classroom, she left. She went to a different school. So both classrooms were empty. Like there was nobody in them this summer. As far as when the custodians over the summer, the custodians move all the furniture and they do the floors. They wax the floors really well. What happened was when they moved my furniture out of that classroom and they put it in the hallway, somebody put it in the wrong room. They put my file cabinet in the wrong classroom. So when she got that classroom, she was new to that classroom. They had moved her classroom. She thought there's nothing to protect. Y'all not listening to me. There was nothing to protect. She thought that the stuff belonged to the teacher that left. And so she threw all of it away thinking that was something that somebody left. There was nothing to protect. There was nothing I could have done differently. There was nothing I could have done differently to change what happened. It was nothing to protect. I'm not bringing home a file cabinet over the summer. What am I supposed to do? My name was on it. My name was on it. Like, what was this? There was nothing I could do differently. Why don't you keep using theirs and save money? Using their what? Using their what? What you mean? Don D using, I don't know what maybe you're talking to somebody in the chat. She ain't take nothing. She threw everything away. It was nothing in there she wanted. She's a math teacher. There's nothing in my file cabinet. It was my personal stuff because I need some of the stuff that she threw away because it's time for me to renew my teacher's license. She threw some of my shit away that I need, some documentation that I need. There were resources in there like social studies, like resources that I've used over the years, different activities, different things I've collected over the years like that. And it was student work. So there was nothing in there that she wanted. That's another reason why I know it didn't belong, that she knew it didn't belong to the person in that, because the person who had that classroom before me was an English teacher. It wasn't shit in there but social studies stuff. Yeah, I mean, there was nothing I could do. I'm not bringing a file cabinet home and I'm not emptying a file cabinet. Yeah, she lied because she probably knew she threw that shit away. It wasn't by accident. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're right. All she had to say was, oh my gosh, I thought that belonged to Miss So-and-so. I'm so sorry. And it was, I mean, what could I do? But the fact that she lied tells me child. That's why I'm saying I think she thought it belonged to the teacher that left. I honestly think she thought it didn't belong to somebody that still worked at the school. Like, I honestly don't think she thought that. That's why I think she threw it away. But again, I already know she lied about some of it. Anyway, it's child. That's the don't get me mad all over again, child. Don't get me mad all over again. But I know she lied about some of it. So that's what makes me think she lied about stuff. Yeah, that's all she had to say. That's all she had to say. But what happened was, child, the way I found it to begin with, the only reason why I found it to begin with is because some of the stuff, to be fair, she didn't throw away my books and they had my name on them. The books, like I put my name on my binder so you can see it from the outside. So it has my name. So she didn't throw away my books. And she gave my books to the department chair. I'm not the department chair anymore. So she gave the books to the department chair and was like, can you give these to Miss So-and-so? I think these belong to her. So when the department chair brought me my stuff, I was like, wait a minute. This stuff was in my file cabinet. Who gave it to you? And when she told me who gave it to her, that's when I went to that person's classroom and I was like, is my file cabinet in here? And before I could finish, is my file cabinet? I saw my file cabinet. It was in her classroom, empty. So I asked her, I said, what happened to all the stuff that was in here? Oh, it wasn't anything in there. That's all that I saw. You a lie. You a damn lie. Because nobody would have thrown that shit away. My Costco, what about, wait a minute, hold on. You asked me about my Costco card? Why don't you keep using and say, why don't you keep using theirs and save money? That's what I do. I use my parents. That's what I said. I haven't had a Costco, child, I ain't had a Costco card in years. Yeah, that's what I do. Whenever I need something from Costco, I go get my parents and and I had their Costco card during COVID because I was shopping for them during COVID. I was going to the store for them. So I had it between me and my sister, child. I think we kept their Costco card for months. We kept their Costco card for months. Plus, my daddy kept going out during COVID instead of keeping his tail at home. It's funny because during COVID, I couldn't get him to stay home. Now I can't get him to get out the house. During COVID, I was like, Daddy, why did you go to the store? We needed some paper plates. You did not need no paper plates. You didn't need them. You just wanted to get out the house, which I understand. But can you just go walk down the street and get some fresh air? Can you not go to the store around people? Anyway. Well, I dropped the link. Ain't nobody come up. I think I dropped it 3 times. And that's okay. That is all right. But I kept my end of the deal. I'm going to get off of here. It is 8 o'clock. I'm going to watch something that I need to review. I'm either going to, if I had the energy, I'll go live. If not, I may do an upload. But child, I have Love After Lockup that I need to watch. I still need to do Raising Kanan before Sunday. I mean, before Friday. Before the new episode come out, I need to do Raising Kanan. I need to do Beyond the Gates. Last week's episodes of Beyond the Gates. I need to do Never Ever Meets. Child, I got a lot of stuff to do. So I'm gonna get it. Just want to make a correction. I work for FedEx and they've not had any announcement of mass layoffs. Certainly. Hold on. Maybe it's UPS then. Hold on. Let me look. Hold on. Let me look. Then maybe it's UPS. Hold on. I don't have no problem correcting myself. You are correct. My apologies. Thank you, Candace, for correcting me. It is UPS. UPS announces mass layoffs in the United States. UPS announced that they will be laying off 20,000 employees and be closing 73 locations. My apologies. It's UPS. Thank you, Candace. It's UPS. It's UPS. My apologies, y'all. It is not FedEx. It is UPS. My bad. Thank you. No, thank you for correcting me. Thank you for correcting me. It's UPS. It is UPS. I don't want nobody trying to get nobody the wrong information. I know that's right. I know that's right. All right, y'all. Let me get out of here. Like I said, it's 8:00 now. I'm gonna watch something, and I may be able. Like I said, I don't know. I got to get caught up though. I have definitely got to get caught up. I think what I might have to do is just not do a tribe meeting and just do some reviews one night, so I can just try to get caught up. The problem is, if I had watched something, I would just immediately just do a review right after this. But baby, I ain't watched nothing yet, so tonight I will watch something. Beyond the Gates, because I need to do Thursday or Friday's episode of Beyond the Gates, and then I can do my weekly recap. And then Love After Lockup, once I watch that, I can do my weekly recap. Never Ever Meets, I'll watch this last week's episode, and I'll just do 2 weeks of recap. Same thing with Chasing Dallas. I need to do 2 weeks of recap for that. So once I get caught up, y'all, I'll be good. I'm not going out of town no time soon, Lord, as far as I know. I think me and my girlfriends are doing a girls trip in May. And then I'll be taking my trip to Disney at the end of June. So between now and the end of June, I should be here. I should be here. We're doing a weekend girls trip. Matter of fact, when I get off here, I got to go look at some VRBO properties so we can figure out where we're going to go stay. And that is like late May. And then Disney World is late June. And then I have, I should be good. Once I get caught up, y'all, I should be good. I just got to get caught up. So I'm going to watch some stuff tonight. So tomorrow, when I get back home, I'll probably just do reviews. Unless a major story breaks tomorrow, I'll do reviews tomorrow. Friday, I'll do reviews tomorrow and Friday. And then Saturday, I'll be home Saturday till about 4:30. I have a banquet to go to Saturday night. And the reception hour starts at 6, and the place is about an hour from my house where I have to go. So, oh, good. Then I could probably get caught up on Beyond the Gates because they were off today because of soccer. It's 3 days this week. Okay. Oh, 3 days, 8 week. Okay. So I might be able to get caught up this week. All right, y'all. Let me get off of here. I will talk to y'all later. Mwah. Peace. Thank y'all so much. I'll drop the link next time we do a tribe meeting because nobody came up, but we did meet our goal. So remind me, I'll drop the link the next time in case maybe people just didn't have nothing to say this time. That's fine. But next time I'll drop the link again. Okay? All right. Bye, y'all.